Hey there, folks. Welcome in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the free-to-play for the 25th of August. Hope you're doing well. We'll see where we're going here in a second. Got GAC signups again. That's nothing new. I mean, it is what it is, but we're hanging in here. What's going on with you guys? Today was Monday. The last Monday before school starts. And I'm like, it was what you would expect for a typical squirrely Monday. It's funny. My daughter's excited for school. She doesn't know what she's in for. Because previously they'd gone to a very lax, very laid back preschool. And I might have shared this before, but now they're going to be going to, I don't know how much the opposite of this place is going to be, but there's going to be a lot more structure in place. And I, for one, am just waiting. I guess is the best way to say it. I'm waiting to see what comes out of it, because it's going to be completely, maybe not completely, but very different. And I'm just waiting to see how things shake out from that, because to me it's going to be, because I'm anticipating them being much more disciplined. I was talking to one of the parents at the meeting we had last week, and I think I might have shared this already, but he's like, just wait 3 months. And I'm like, wait 3 months? And I'm like, so he's saying, of course, September, October, November. So he's saying like December, which if that happens, and they are much more controlled and they're much easier to get along with, much easier to discipline and all this fun stuff, then Christmas will be it'll be pretty good. Because if you remember last year, if you were still paying attention, and I don't know which video, I may share this in the daily videos, but at the time last year, I was just doing this, 3 days at a time thing. And that lasted for probably a few months anyway. And then, we just kept muddling through. And it was fairly challenging. I'll say that. How challenging, I'm not really sure. But it was, in my estimation, it was as challenging as it needed to be, I guess. And of course, we always want stuff to be less challenging, like, this game. We don't want this stuff to be challenging. Or maybe, I don't know. Speaking of challenging, I think I've been talking a fair amount about Disney lately. Keep seeing reports. Disney's trying to do stuff to win young men back. And I'm just like, and I saw one person said, so the MCU and the Forces female didn't work out. Shocker. And that's true. I mean, you know, I keep saying it over and over. I keep saying it over and over. But it doesn't have to be this hard. And people, they just, I don't know what it is, but it's like, I feel like there's a real disconnect between in the way a lot of people do stuff, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be hard, but yet. And, Disney's been out buying up ESPN, been expanding ESPN, they've been acquiring NFL and MLB and WWE, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know because I'm sort of outside of the mainstream looking in. But I don't know when the last time I watched SportsCenter was. Obviously, I watched ESPN back in the UFL season. So, whenever that was the last time. But it's been a couple months. I didn't watch the Home Run Derby. And I saw that Netflix is trying to pay $35 million for the Home Run Derby, and I'm like, and I remember back in the day when the Home Run Derby was just awesome. And now it's like, it's a thing, but I don't even pay attention. Just because of how bogged down everything has been. It's like, they keep thinking they need to improve. They keep thinking they need to change. All the stuff to keep people interested. And it's like, if they're not interested, the people who are interested are still going to be there. Like Major League Baseball. Me and my brother had a very healthy love for sports, for baseball, for football, for everything. And now it's like, outside of the USFL, outside of the UFL, I mean, I watch a baseball game here and there, but I'm not invested anymore. I'm not invested in the NFL, which is getting ready to start, for college football, which is probably starting the day you're watching this. I'm not invested anymore. And the reason why? Because it was great the way it was. And people keep thinking they don't have enough money. They don't have enough power. And so that's the reason why. You might think it's weird, but the only time I turn on, I mean, we might turn back on live TV back in December when it's Christmas. But I'm not planning to watch any of these college football games. Like, I'm not planning to watch any NFL. I can watch the highlights on, YouTube, but live games, I don't have a whole lot of interest. And I think it's really interesting with, Disney saying that they're trying to bring men back, young men back, particularly. So obviously not me, but it's like they keep trying to do all this stuff. They keep trying to improve all of these. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this thing focused in a little bit more. Okay, can I do it there? A little bit better. They keep trying to improve these things. It's like they keep trying to speed up baseball. They keep trying to speed up all these things, change them in great ways, but they just keep doing it the wrong way. They keep ruining what makes things great. And all of these innovations, they just add to the price. They add to the accessibility. Like this game with the Lightspeed bundles. And I've told you why I have zero intention of buying Lightspeed bundles outside of the fact that this is a free-to-play account. And it's like, I just keep thinking, because Disney's getting ready to close up Hulu in a cost-cutting measure, and it's like, what do you think people are going to do when TV's like $90 a month? There's only so many people who are going to do that. Now I know that there's a lot of people that are devoted to YouTube TV, and I get it because it's YouTube. You're already on YouTube. Plus, they did that ad blitz, 8, 7, 6, 5, however many years ago, where everything was sponsored by YouTube TV, and so they just cornered the market. So now there's basically, I know there's Fubo and I know there's a couple others, but basically, there's only YouTube TV. I happen to find YouTube TV very intrusive myself, because because you have to sign in with your email address, I don't want Google knowing any part of that. Anytime you go to switch profiles, you got to move from one email address to the other. Maybe I'm weird, but that's just me. But I keep seeing things being done, and they just keep, and it's like, it doesn't have to be this hard, right? And I just keep looking around. I'm like, why do people keep making it harder than it needs to be? And I'm like, and I'm really like, it's weird. Because it is weird to me. I'm like, what? Oh, I can put TW on ground. So what are the TW on ground? So I have this one. But I'm just like, what if things weren't this hard? What if we just made things easier? And all these innovations, they're great, but they just keep costing so much money. In the forces that be, they're all in, and they're paying however much money. Oh, but yeah, it's not here. Him, yeah. They're all Omicrons. They're all TW Omicrons. All 3 teams. So I get my pass. TW Omicron. Where's the other one? TW Omicron. TW Omicron. That's what it says. Oh, that's what I did. TW Omicrons. But yeah, they just keep doing stuff, and it keeps making stuff wrong. And the problem is, it keeps costing people money. And it's crazy to think, but it's factual. People only have a certain amount of money. And when they're out of money, they're going to go and look for somewhere else to put it. And I just think it's ludicrous that they just keep watering stuff down, and they keep adding money. And it's like, it doesn't have to be like this. The Force Awakens, the the sequel trilogy could have not been that, and they would have made a bundle. More than they made. Mando, Ahsoka, the Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, all of this. If they would have just made it, if they would have just stopped watering it down, because they lost how much money with the Acolyte? I don't know. We keep trying to make things work that don't work. It's just frustrating. But I did want to show you this because we're at Relic 6 with Kylo. I did this earlier. That's good. Can we get... The thing is, we might be able to 7. We might be able to get to 7. We're going to have to wait a little bit on this last bit here because I just don't have enough juice to get it over. But we have enough to get Kylo to 7. I keep moving out of focus. I'm sorry. Problems with that. Kylo 7, guys. Kylo 7. Kylo 7. Completed all the galactic quests to unlock access to their event. I don't think we did. We have one more, and that is Palpy. Palpy. One more to Palpy. One more to Palpy. I need to where's the thing for... Did I sign up towards USA? I did. Resave roster, of course. Of course I want to resave roster with Relic 7 Kylo Ren. Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't I want to do that? Why wouldn't I do that? That's... Are you nuts? Yeah, okay, this one did a print. Might have enough. But yeah, I'm happy about that. Anyway, thanks for being here. Appreciate all of you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Let me know what you think about anything. It's fine. God bless. Hold the line. Remember that I have friends everywhere.